to Breaking Down Art Supplies, and today, obviously, I want to talk to you guys about painting panels. Now, this is the DaVinci PRO Panel series, which actually got sent over from Jerry's Artarama, and they wanted me to review them for you all and share them with everybody. So, it actually took them 4 years to develop and test all these panels. That's what I call perfectionists. Now, these DaVinci panels come in these 4 different surfaces. We have the raw birch wood over here, and then these 3 are actually all primed with a white acrylic polymer gesso, which is actually acid-free, which is awesome. And it comes in the ultra smooth, the medium texture, and of course a resist grip, which is also called a coarse texture. All 4 of these panels are made with the same cradle, which is a kiln-dried pine from New Zealand, which is actually dimensionally stable. So all of these are tested before they leave to make sure that there's no defects and they're not going to warp on you. Now, to all those artists out there who love shortcuts, the cradle on these will actually accept staining or paint really easily, so you can get a really nice professional presentation look without having to go out and get these framed. So I just got up close and personal to tell you something that's extremely serious. The cost of the DaVinci PRO panels is about half that of any other brand of painting panel out there. I don't know how they did it, I don't understand it, nor am I going to fight it. But I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I can get the exact same product for about half the cost. My wallet is happy! So let's get a little messy and take a closer look at these panels. These are made with 3 millimeters of really beautifully fine-grained birch panels that have been sanded to a really nice smooth surface. And you can mount linen, canvas, and virtually any type of paper on top of these panels, but they're also receptive to any and all primers. The birch panels do come in 2 different thicknesses. This right here is a 7/8 of an inch, but it also does come in 1 5/8 of an inch thickness too. This right here is an insanely smooth surface. It's been gessoed 3 times and sanded to a perfectly smooth surface. The ultra smooth panels will accept all media, even inks, pencil, or even block printing, but if you're looking for an ultra smooth surface for, say, like a highly detailed portraiture, this is an amazing panel and I really do highly recommend it for you to try. It also comes in 2 different thicknesses. This one that you're seeing here is 3/4 of an inch, but it does also come in 2-inch thickness as well. The medium textured panel has a slight tooth to the surface and is probably the most similar to painting on standard canvas. Now, the texture is going to grab onto thick and thin layers of color, but you can do it in any media, so colored pencil, oils, acrylics. It all works really wonderful on top of this panel. It also comes in the 2 different thickness of profiles, which is 7/8 of an inch shown here, and also the 1 5/8 of an inch thickness as well. This has an amazing texture that allows artists to really build up extreme layers of color. So it is great for any media, but I would highly recommend this panel if you love to do impasto works, or if you work in oil or dry pastels, charcoal, and caustics, or just anybody who loves to have a nice texture to their work. Again, this also comes in 2 different profile thicknesses. This right here is the 3/4 of an inch, but it does also come in 2-inch thicknesses as well. So that about wraps up the DaVinci PRO panels. Hey guys, so I'm back in the studio today for one last test with these DaVinci PRO panels. I was curious to see whether or not the birch wood was suitable for pyrography. Now, I was actually told that these weren't intended for that purpose, but what kind of an artist and product tester would I be if I didn't push the envelope and see whether or not this panel can take it? So let me get my tools out and I'm going to burn the little bejesus out of this guy and see exactly how far I can push it and see whether or not it goes through, whether or not the cradle can take pyrography, or whether or not the entire thing's gonna fall apart. So let's test. So whether or not it was really intended for it, the birchwood panels do actually work for pyrography. I did find that if you do stab it and you hold your tool in there for very, 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 very long, you can actually go all the way through the panel. But I really don't think you're going to be able to do that if you're really not intending to. So maybe you can use that to your advantage and do pyrography with holes in it and backlight it or something really, really interesting. The sky's the limit. We're artists. We test these things. The cradle works beautifully. You can actually do different designs in this. Maybe if you have a beautiful painting on the front, add a little something extra to your paintings, but it's an option, so if you want to do that, you can. So that really does wrap up the DaVinci Pro Panels, and of course, if you have any questions that I didn't cover in this video, please leave a comment in the section below. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions, and of course, if you like this video, hit that like button! And if you want to be notified on when I have other product reviews or project tutorials, like for instance, I'm going to be using the birchwood panels and some Soho gloss gel later on this week to do image transfers that are going to be really, really cool. But if you want to be notified, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching this and have a wonderful night.